Halo. Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 3. Today we will presenting about Chapter 5, Software Requirement. Before our start presentation, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Kafidul Hudaya.
My name is Adar Susilo.
My name is Muhammad Hilmi Amanullah.
Okay, next. Purpose of this chapter. First, understand the concept of user requirement and system requirement and why this requirement can be expressed using different notation. Second, understand the difference between functional and non-functional requirement. Third, understand two techniques for describing system requirement, namely structure natural language and description-based programming language.
Next, 5.1 functional and non-functional requirement. Software system requirement are often classified as functional and non-functional requirement or as domain requirements. 1. Functional requirements are a statement of service that the system must provide, how the system should react to certain input, and how the system should apply to certain situations. Two non-functional requirements are the limit of service or functional provided by the system. The document include the time limits, limits on the development process, standard, and order. 3. Domain requirement. This document is a requirement that come from the system application domain and reflect the characteristic of the domain. These requirements are functional or non-functional. Next, functional requirement. The functional requirement for the system describe the functionality or service that are expected to be provided by the system. This requirement depend on the type of software being developed by the user who is expected to use the software. Functional requirement for software system can be expressed in a number of ways. One, user can share all or in initial database sheet or select subset of it. Two, the system will provide a suitable favor for use to read document on the document storage. Last, all order will be assigned a unique editor which the user can copy the permanent storage are for the account.
Okay, next non-functional requirements. Non-functional requirements, as the name suggests, are requirements that are not directly related to the specific function provided by the system. Alternately, this requirement may define system constraints such as the capabilities of one slash one slash o device and the representation of data used on the system in interface. Many non-functional requirements relate to the system as a whole and not to individual system features feature feature, which means that the statement can be more critical than individual function statement. Next, domain requirements. Domain requirement original from the system application domain and not from specific system user requirement. This requirement can take the form of the functional requirement limiting existing functional requirement or specifying how certain computation should be performed.
This picture about business requirement, user requirement, and system requirement. Next, 5.2. User requirement. User requirement for the system must describe functional and non-functional requirements so that they can be understood by system user who do not have detailed technical knowledge. They should only specify the external behavior of the system and should avoid it wherever possible. System design characteristic. However, various problems can arise if the terms are written in natural language. 1. Lack of clarity. Sometimes it's difficult to use language in a precise and unambiguous way without making the document long and difficult to read. 2. Distinctive requirement. Functional requirement, non-functional requirement, system objective, and design information may not be clearly distinguished. 3. Merging requirement. Several different requirements can be set together under one requirement.
Next, this recruitment include both conceptual and detailed information. This recruitment express the concept that configuration control facilities must be provided as an integral part of the APSE. However, this recruitment also include details that the configuration control facility must allow access to object in a version set without servicing their full name. Next, the details will be better included in the system recruitment specification. It is good practice to spare the user recruitment from the more detailed system recruitment in the recruitment document. Otherwise, non-technical user recruitment rather will be overwhelmed with detail only relevant to be technical. Exhibition 5.9 5.9 illustrates this confession. This example is taken from the sketch tool recruitment document for editing a software description model. Next,
Okay, next, the first sentence combines three different types of term. First, conceptual and functional requirement that state the editing system must provide a GUID. The requirement provides reason for this. Second, non-functional requirement that provide detailed information on GUID units or centimeter or detail. And the third, non-functional user interface requirement that define how the grid is displayed or removed by the user. The requirement defines that the grid is initially invisible. However, this requirement does not define the units when displayed. Some detailed information is provided, namely name that the user can switch between units, but no information on the distance between grid lines. If user requirement include too much information, the system developers freedom to provide innovative solution to user problem is limit, and in addition, the requirement become difficult to understand. The reason concern with requirement are very important. The rationale helps system developers and maintainers to understand why the requirement were created, as well as to assess the impact of changing requirement. For example, in Exhibit 5.10, our reasoning rec- recognize that an active grid that can make input object automatically closer to grid lines would be helpful.
However, this excuse deliberately eliminates the option and replaces them with manually lying. If changes to this are proposed at a later stage, it's become clear that the use of the passive grid is intentional and not an implementation decision. The next example of a more specific user requirement that also defines the edit section shows in Figure 5.11 is a more detailed function specification. In this case, the definition includes a list of user action. Sometimes all functions need to be provided consistently. Implementation details should not be overlooked in this additional information. Thus, definition does not specify how the cursor and symbol are moved or how types are selected. To minimize misunderstanding when writing user requirement, I recommended that you follow some simple guidelines for writing requirement. First, create a standard format and ensure that all requirement definition follow this formal standardized format is useful for minimizing the possibility of omission and making requirement easier to check. Second, use consistent language. Primary, distinguish between the requirements that are ordered and thus that are desired. In practice, engineering usually defines the mandatory requirement using will or shall and the desired requirement using should, as can be seen in Exhibit 5.11. Third, use text highlighting, bold, and italic to find key section of the requirement. Fourth, avoid as much as possible the use of computer terms. In the end, however, the detailed technical term used in the system application domain will be include in the user requirement.
Next, 5.3 System Recruitment. System recruitment is a more detailed description of user recruitments. This recruitment can serve as the control basic for system implementation and as such must be a complete and consistent specification of the system as a whole. These recruitment are used by the software engineer as a starting point for system planning. In principle, the system recruitment should state what the system should do and not how the system should be implemented point to point. However, at the level of the detail required for a complete system specification, it is unlikely that we will not include all design information. There are several reasons for this. One, the initial system architecture can be defined to help structure the recruitment specification. Two, in most cases, the system must be oriented to older existing system. Three, user-specific design can be external system recruitments. Next, structure language specification. Structural natural language is a limit form of natural language for writing system recruitments. The advantage of this approach is that it maintains not only expressiveness and compressiveness to natural language, but also ensure that a degree of uniformity is applied to the specification. The specification can be structured on top of the object manipulation by the system.
Next specification of requirement using PDL. PDL is a language different from programming language such as Java or Ada. It has additional, more abstract construct to increase its expressiveness. The advantage of using the PDL is that it can be checked syntactically and semantical with software tools. PDL results are very detailed specification and at times too close to implementation to be included in the requirement document. However, I recommend using it in two situations. The first, when an operating is specific and specified as a series of user action and the sequence of execution becomes important. The second, when the hardware and software interface must be specified. Next, interface specification. The major of software system must interact with other system that have been segmented and installed in a loop. The specification should be defined early in the process and include the requirement document. There are three possible type interface to define. First, a producer interface. This exiting super system provide a very of the service which are accessed by calling the procedure interface. Second, the data structure obtained from one system to another. The third, representation of data that has been defined for an existing system.
Okay, thank you for your attention. We're from group 3 saying thank you and goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Cuman berapa itu dong?
Okay, next. 5.4 Document Software Requirement. Software requirement document is a formal requirement of what is formed from the system development point. This document should include user requirements for the system and detailed specification of the system requirement. If there are a large number of requirements and the detailed system can be presented as a separate document. There are 6 requirements that must be met by the software requirement document. 1. The document should only specify external system behavior. 2. The document should specify implementation limitation. 3. They should be easy to change. 4. The document should serve as a reference tool for system maintainers. 5. The document should record forecasts regarding the system life cycle. 6. The document should specify the response received for unwanted event. Okay, thank you for your attention. We're from group 3 saying thank you, goodbye, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.